Okay, so Sarah asked about how we could use math in transitions from one learning experience to another, or from one schedule area to another schedule area in your schedule. So I'm going to demonstrate three right now, which are all focusing on the concept of patterning. So the first one is that you might have your students in your class sitting on a mat and you will sing a song and ask them to identify the pattern in that song. And so you might just pick one and you might say, Peter, I'm going to sing you a song and I want you to identify what the pattern is and tell me what that is. And if you get stuck, we'll help each other along and we'll see how we go. So you might sing a song like this. Hello, 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 how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine. I hope that you are too. Now we can hear that there is an A-A-B pattern to that. Let's listen again. Hello, hello. There's your A and your A again because it's repeating. Hello, how are you? There's your B. I'm fine, I'm fine. I hope that you are too. So you might break it down and really look at it. If they're younger kids, you might actually have the words printed out of the song that you're going to sing. Nice simple little song like that. And you might be visually color coded so they can see the pattern as well and then they can identify that pattern. So there's just one, and once he's identified that's an AAB pattern, then he moves on to the next experience. Another one is that you might be going to be moving from a learning experience to maybe like a fruit stop or a brain break or morning tea or whatever. And so you might have fruit. So you might have like an orange and then an apple and then an orange. And you might say to the students, I've got an orange, an apple, an orange. Wonder what pattern that could be and what might come next. And you might say, Samantha, what do you think would come next? I've got an orange, an apple, an orange. What would come next? And she might guess, an apple. And you would say, you're correct. Well done. An orange, apple, orange, apple. Now she, as she walks away to the fruit shop, she gets to have the piece of the fruit she chose. And so you might change it up. You might, then when it comes back to the next child, you might have, I've got orange, orange, apple. What comes next? The orange, orange, apple. What might be next? Now this is open-ended, so you could say to them, they might say an orange comes next. Wow, we could have an orange come next. What kind of pattern would that be? Okay, or they could say, an apple comes back. And say, yep, and so what kind of pattern would that be? It would be an A, A, B, B pattern. So just get them to think differently, and then you can give them a piece of fruit and transition to the next bit. All right, the last one is to do some clapping patterns with them. And you might do one like this. And you might say, what kind of pattern is that? If one clap is an A, is a B, what kind of pattern is this? Let's listen. What kind of pattern is that? A, B, A. Let's listen again. Okay. So again, and think differently and call upon students to do that. Or, and a twist on all these is that you could challenge them, the person that's selected and they get it right, they get to do a new pattern for the next child and they can then facilitate that on as each child goes on. So there's just three quick ideas on how to use math in a transition.